and welcome back to the farmhouse. I am so glad that you are here. It is June, it's the beginning of June, and I can't wait to show you what is growing in the garden and just catch up and see how you guys are doing. So let's go out to the garden and see how it's doing. So we did get a good amount of rain over the weekend, so everything is looking happy and green. You can look at the blueberries and they are turning that purpley blue color, so we will be harvesting those pretty soon. The zinnias, this bed is just taken off. I pinched them about, I don't know, a week, 2 weeks ago, and they are just going nuts. So excited. And then the berries, Jamie did put cages around some of the berries just to keep the animals out. I think he wants to put cages on the other ones as well. We just have to get them down from the shed. So this is the zinnia bed I pinched last week, I believe, and it is looking great. And let's see if I can find one of the holes. And if you look right there, some of my seeds are coming up, which is really exciting because I was being the very, very impatient gardener last week and was wondering why they weren't coming up. So the apple trees are looking pretty good. Jamie and I did notice that, I don't know if you can see it, many of the leaves have these yellow spots on them. So that will be something that I need to look into today or tomorrow. This apple tree, he said as well, had the spots on it. Yeah, you can see some of them right there. So, but all in all, I also found a cicada on this one, which Henley very promptly helped me take off, which was kind of weird, but different story. This bed, you can see some of the things are starting to sprout up as well. Right there. And over one more. I don't know if I can, maybe I can zoom in. There you go. Look at that. So everything is starting to look really good. We are starting to see growth. I'm starting to get super excited about everything that's going to be growing. Let's head over here. These tomatoes are looking great. We did get the cattle panels this week to do the trellises and the arches, so that will be done. Jimmy has off I think on Friday and Saturday, so that will be done on Friday and Saturday. And then the sunflower bed with a couple cucumbers. You know, I planted 6 cucumbers and only 3 came up, so such is life. They were an older pack of seeds, so you can see them right here on the edge. Those are the cucumbers. They were an older pack of seeds. I'm not really too concerned. I think 3 plants will definitely give us kind of what we were looking for. But another raspberry. Let's see if I can get it to focus for you. And here is the other sunflower bed. I still have not planted this. It only has in it the sunflowers that I got from my friend, and you can actually tell that these are single stem sunflowers now. And I think I knew this before, I just didn't point it out. But single stem sunflowers, and I don't know how tall they're gonna get, but look, there's a sunflower right there. I don't know if I'll cut these or not. I might leave them. We'll have to see. The garlic looking great. It is almost time to harvest this, so I probably need to do a quick refresher on what to do with it. That'll probably be a good thing to do. But very happy with the garden, very happy with all of the growth, and oh, I didn't point out these peppers. So the peppers and the eggplant, they loved being transplanted out here. Look at them. They've gotten so big. They do have a little bit of yellowing in the leaves. I think Jamie took care of that yesterday. I might have to text him and ask, but They are loving it out here. Very cool. All right, let's walk up to the patio and check out what's growing there. So this monstrosity of a thing, this is our snake plant that we've had for years. I can't even tell you how long. It's just huge. I'm hoping this weekend or maybe next weekend I can divide it down, and then I will sell some of the smaller ones on our market stand because it's just too big, and this is the second one we have and it's just too much. So hopefully you can do something with them. So these right here are the Icelandic poppies that I started inside, brought them out. The one there in the middle kind of flopped over last week and I kind of staked it up and it did okay. But nothing's happening. They're getting bigger very, very slowly, but no buds, no flowers. Yeah, so just waiting and watching. And more flowers over here. And peony is looking good. Like I have said before, I do not expect this peony to bloom this year. It was just not in ideal conditions last year, so it really needs to mature. But it's still pretty. And then my stock in the back there is going strong. I did not think it was going to do that well, and you can see right here, I had a couple that just did not make it when they transplanted outside, but that group right there did awesome. And right there is, I don't know if you can see that, some of the other flower seeds that I planted. And then behind that is the eucalyptus. So, butterfly bush is looking great. I am going to work on propagating some of these bushes, the mature bushes this year. So I think I'm going to do the blueberry bush, the butterfly bush, and we have some rhododendrons in the front. So more just pollinator plants. And these tomatoes we grew as extra and to sell, and then ended up not selling them. But I think the time has come that they just probably need to go because they're getting way too big for the pots and we don't have any space for them. So they might find the compost this weekend, unfortunately. It breaks my heart, but I don't have anywhere to put them. This here was supposed to be lavender. And now that I'm looking at it, I am not 100% sure that is lavender. That might require a little search or me to get my app out to see. But you can see there's that one big sprout, and then there's a tiny one there and there's a tiny one over there. So this one's kind of puzzling. I don't know what this is, but I don't think it's what I wanted. This dahlia bed is looking beautiful. We still do not have the end caps for the soaker hose, so we've been hand watering all of this, but thank you Mother Nature, because it has been raining a lot. Another house plant. I do want to walk over here though, because I wanted to show you in this pot. I think it's a Dawn redwood tree. Maybe that's what it's called. But that's the one I grew from seed, and it's looking awesome. This one is another one, but it's not following the same pattern as that one, so that might not be the same plant. Not sure on that. And then the aloe is another one of those things I'm going to divide down and sell in the market stand because we just have so much of it, and believe it or not, I am allergic to it. So the only one that uses it is Jamie, and that's not very often. Okay, on our way to the other part of the yard and looking at our other seeds or seedlings that have been propagated, and all of these look great. And that the rose bush, I can't talk this morning. The rose bush is making a comeback, which is awesome. And I think we are going to do a lot more of these propagating and starting from seeds in the next couple of, like, come this fall and stuff. I think that's what we discussed the other day. And look at how tall this purple coneflower is. It is amazing. It has one that bloomed, and this is a variety of purple coneflower that I have not encountered. The ones I normally see, the petals are a lot closer together, but this one is so big. And this one is strictly for the pollinators, so I will not be cutting this one. And then we have the black-eyed Susan, and Henley said, oh, there it is. There is one of the blooms from the black-eyed Susan. I think it's kind of on its downward decline. And still nothing from this peony after Marisol yanked it out. It's so sad, but she's a baby. What can you do? Now let's walk out to the tomatoes. When you stand here and you look down these rows, it's like, OMG. There are so many plants. And it's true, there are 31 plants in here. And I love it. Like I mentioned earlier, we did get the cattle panel and the T-posts this week, so all of these will be staked up come the weekend. At least that's the goal. You can actually see that a lot of these, you know, they were laying down a lot when we first transplanted them out here, and it had me very, very concerned. And I was just not a happy camper with them. I kept telling Jamie, I don't like these. These are not what I thought they were going to be. And they are actually surprising me. They are all pretty much standing up. A couple of them have some weeds that need to be taken care of. But they're all starting to stand up straight. And they're looking great. And back here we have the zucchini and the squash. And we did have some flowers a couple of days ago, and you can kind of see the remnants here, but they were all male flowers. None of the female flowers have come out yet, so I didn't have to do any pollinating, hand pollinating. And actually, we have never had to hand pollinate any of our squash. I know a lot of people do, and I've seen a lot of people do it, but we've never had to. That might change this year. I might try it just to see what the difference is. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. So, do you want to do one more view all the way down just because it's fun? And I probably should get the drone out, which I'll do later. Alright, so we are going into the pool area. And we're going to check on our green stock. Remember, if you want to try out a green stock, there is a link in the description below. And if you use the code Hummingbird, you get $10 off. And I have to say, if you do purchase, it will be well worth it. I mean, look at this thing. We have 2 rows of strawberries. And then we have lettuce. I just can't get over it. This is gorgeous. Even the lettuce I replanted on the top. And we even have some baby strawberries there. I have not showed the kids those, which is probably a good thing because they'll probably run out here. But I should probably harvest some of this lettuce for... I think Nana wants to do salad on Friday night, so maybe I'll come out and harvest some lettuce on Friday for salad. Look at that one. I don't remember purchasing that, but who knows? Just happy with all of the yummy goodness. Alright, let's go look at the herb tower. Jamie and I decided that we were not watering this enough. and that was the reason why we were just struggling with it. It got all of that rain over the weekend and it just like took off. I mean, I need to harvest this again. Like, I harvested cilantro last week for dinner and it is already crazy. And look at that basil, it looks beautiful. The thyme is just going nuts. Yeah, I gotta take note and come out and harvest some more cilantro. Alright, let's move on to our last stop of the morning. The pool, nice and blue. I have yet to go in it. It is still too cold. The kids were in it yesterday for about, I don't know, maybe an hour. And then Henley's lips were blue. So she got out. Alright, milkweed update. All of those seeds that I had started in the trays, gosh, maybe a month or so ago, did absolutely nothing. So they got dumped into the other milkweed garden just for soil. And we have this garden right now. I am going to try again. I do have seeds in the fridge again. I think actually the freezer, to see if I can get them to propagate or to germinate. And then I'm going to take some cuttings from a friend's garden and try and propagate them. Just to see if I can get it to work. I think it's now kind of like my little project mission. I don't want to fail at it. So I'm going to try again. Here is the other strawberry. Look at the strawberries on there too. Craziness. And we went strawberry picking on Monday. So I have all of those strawberries. And I think I'm going to do jam with them. So look for that video, because that will be coming soon. So that is the gardens this morning. I'm so glad that you guys followed along. Thank you for visiting the farmhouse, and we can't wait to see you next time. Bye.